The Battle of Badr stands as one of the most pivotal moments in Islamic history, a clash that reshaped the destiny of faith. It was more than a military encounter. It was a divine test, a moment where the unseen world intervened in the affairs of men. To truly understand what happened that day, we must step beyond the surface and explore the deeper truths hidden within the sands of Badr. Picture the scene. The year is 624 CE. A small group of believers, barely numbering over 300, stand in the arid valley of Badr. Ahead of them, the Quraysh army, nearly 1,000 strong, gleams with weaponry and arrogance. The Muslims are not soldiers. Many are poor, some are former slaves, and none have the training or resources of their enemies. By all worldly calculations, they should lose, but faith defies calculations. The night before the battle, the Prophet Muhammad prayed with an intensity that shook those around him. He called upon Allah, his voice trembling with urgency, until his cloak fell from his shoulders. Abu Bakr, seeing his distress, gently reassured him. Divine help was coming, and it did. The Quran immortalizes this moment, describing angels descending upon the battlefield, not as passive observers, but as active warriors. Listen to the words of the Quran. Indeed, I will reinforce you with 1,000 angels, following one after another. Surah Al-Anfal 8:9. Later, another verse mentions 3,000, and yet another speaks of 5,000. Some scholars reconcile these numbers by explaining that the initial promise was 1,000, but as the believers' resolve strengthened, their divine support multiplied. But the exact number is not the focus. The real lesson is in the nature of divine aid. Angels are not mythical fantasies. In Islam, they are real, luminous beings, created from light, carrying out the commands of Allah without faltering. At Badr, they did not replace human effort. They elevated it. The believers still had to march forward, raise their swords, and face the terror of battle. The angels were the unseen force that turned their courage into victory. There is a profound psychological dimension here. Modern studies in resilience and combat psychology show that soldiers who believe in a higher purpose, or who feel they are protected by an unseen force, fight with greater determination. The believers at Badr did not see the angels with their physical eyes, but their hearts were certain. That certainty, that unbreakable faith, was their true strength. Now consider this. Why did Allah send angels? Why not simply grant victory without their presence? The answer lies in the relationship between divine will and human action. Islam teaches that Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change themselves. The Muslims at Badr had already passed the test of faith. They left their homes, faced hardship, and stood firm despite impossible odds. The angels were the divine response to their unwavering trust. This carries a timeless lesson. Miracles do not come to those who sit and wait. They come to those who strive, who push forward even when the path seems hopeless. The angels at Badr were not a replacement for effort. They were its reward. The Battle of Badr was not just a historical event. It is a living lesson, a reminder that when truth stands against falsehood, the unseen forces of the universe align with those who stand firm. The same divine principles apply today. The struggles we face against injustice, against doubt, against our own weaknesses, are not fought alone. The question is not how many angels fought at Badr. The question is, do we have the faith to recognize that the same divine help is available to us if only we take the first step? So reflect deeply. The unseen armies of Allah have not vanished. They are still present, still waiting for those who are willing to stand with sincerity, to struggle with patience, and to trust in the promise that no effort in the path of truth is ever wasted. The angels of Badr were real, and their message echoes across time. Victory belongs to those who believe.